Okay, we're back live. Uh, I had to delete the VOD because I accidentally showed my password. Oh man. But yeah, we're back. Huh. Alright, it's gone. That's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. I don't have to worry about it now. Ooh, that was loud. So, fluent, someone said fluent in my language. I'm fluent in JavaScript and jQuery, but I mean, I'm not, and I'm also, I guess, fluent in PHP. Fluent in, so, fluent in JavaScript, jQuery, PHP. What else? What else? SQL. I guess CSS. I mean, I don't know. There's so many things that it's hard to say you're fluent because, are you? I don't know what the definition of being fluent would technically be. PHP is dying. Yeah, it is, but you'd be surprised. It's still used. You know, people have been saying PHP has been dying for years. People still use it. I know that Node.js. Yeah, SQL. SQL is not that hard. If you use SQL with PHP, so I mean, if I'm fluent in PHP, you know, SQL is right there. So with the Chrome extension, what we were stuck on is the layers. Being fluent for me means not making many mistakes. That's, I mean, that's what you, that's a definition for you. I don't know. And when it comes to fluent in a programming language, I guess it would be like, for me, it'd be like knowing your stuff. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain because programming languages, aside from, you know, HTML doesn't count, but with programming languages, there's always something new that you could learn, like an effortless understanding. Yeah, that's true. But when it comes to programming languages, you'll always have libraries. You'll always have plugins. You always have something new with it. So it's not something like you can't master a programming language. So unless you built the programming language, but then again, there's always something new. But I mean, I use it a lot, so I guess I would say yeah, I am fluent in those. But there's always something new. Like with the Chrome extension stuff, I didn't know anything about Chrome extensions, but it's pretty much just JavaScript. So it's pretty simple. You can't do Chrome extensions with Node.js because that requires a server. As far as I know, from what I looked up, can't use Python. C# always throws in new functions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's always something new with C#. Alright, so what were we doing? We hit new layer. This layer is selected, but when we draw, it's drawing on. So let me reset everything. Okay, let me restart this. You never know what's gonna happen. That's true. So look at this. So let me change the brush size here. So we hit new layer. It creates the new layer, and it's supposed to be an empty canvas, like it should. We draw on it. It draws on, oh my gosh, I'm trying to make it so you can see. It draws on this one instead of this one. And then down here, it's all messed up too. So we need to fix that. And I'm not exactly sure what it's doing here. I haven't been working on this for a week. I just there's just been some things that I've been dealing with. People weren't so happy with me about this project, and that kind of got to me a bit. This is gonna be a Chrome extension where it's gonna be like a Photoshop type thing, where you take a screenshot of like the web page, any web page you're on, you can take a screenshot. It'll open this up, and you can edit the image like Photoshop. And right now we're getting down to just the basics, like oh, you can't see up there. Hold on. Let me show this. There, so it shows that. So this is just gonna be like the basics right now, where you have your color picker. This I'm gonna change into like the RGB value color thing, you know. You got your brush size. You can go back. Right now it doesn't work because of the layer. I need to fix that. So like if I reset, if I do this, hold on. Okay, I need to restart the thing. It keeps opening in a different window here. So if I draw on this page here and do this, I could go back. Supposed to. I don't know what it's doing wrong here. But when I hit new layer, it selects. It doesn't come with hexadecimal. That's what I plan to do. So that's the next part. This is just for default. This isn't, a lot of this is just placeholders. Like these buttons, these are placeholders. This is just placeholders to see what's possible. To see, because I'm still fairly new to working with a JavaScript canvas. Or I get HTML canvas, but it's mainly edited with JavaScript. So I'm fairly new to all this still. So this is still a test, work in progress. Like I'm trying to work with layers now, so you could have different layers. Because I wanted to have like different layers where you could draw, but it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah. And I don't know, so with the layers, let me just check the console here. I don't know why someone disliked the stream. I've been streaming for 8 minutes. What did I do to make someone took it off? Probably because I noticed it. What are we doing here? There's errors. Oh, that's the wrong one. So this, a lot of this is just, let me see here. Get context of null. Is that when I draw? No. So if I draw on here. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure what it's doing. I haven't looked at this in a week. Because I did a lot of this in like 3 days. Like a total of 3 days. Do you know Atom? Isn't Atom a IDE? I don't think it's a programming language. I think it's an IDE, if I'm not mistaken. I use a Sublime Text. Sublime Text has really just been good for me. Because you can do a lot of things with Sublime Text. There's other ones that I use. Like I use Visual Studio. I use Eclipse for Java. I use for Python. Don't use Atom. Gotcha. Don't have to tell me twice. It uses a lot of RAM. Like Google Chrome. That's tough. Alright, so let me... Hold on. I need to familiar myself with what's going on here. So this is our colors. When we can add colors to this. This is just temporary. Drop down for the thing. Drawing. Create. This is for... I believe this is for our image, or our layers. So a new layer button, I think, does the create. Yeah, or wait, no. New layer. So let me see here. I'm trying to like show the code at the same time so like other people can like see. I mean, I'm not a professional coder. And so a lot of what I do is kind of, I would say spaghetti code, but like that's one thing like I try and hopefully improve on each time. Like I try and add comments. It's tough because I tend to just keep coding and I forget to add comments. Like there's scripts that I've written that like I understand, but like I forget to add comments at the end because I'm just keep going at it. Alright, so creates the new canvas, then it's selected. Because it clones. Okay. Update hover. Up create. So create does this. You can make your code as long as you're the only one reading it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because there's for my music site, for my music, like there's scripts that I've written that's just like over 1,000 lines, maybe like 2,000. You can make it spaghettier. I mean, I try and, you know, keep it neat. Like every now and then I'll do the re-indent, the like line here, hit re-indent like on the whole thing, so it's easier to read. Because sometimes the IDE doesn't indent correctly sometimes, and it gets annoying. So it creates the new image. It creates an empty one. If it's the first layer, which would be this is the... Something's messed up here now. This is the first layer. So if it's the first layer, it's just going to place the image, which is the screenshot, here. If not, it's going to be an empty... Like, it pushes it to that layer. If it's not the first layer, it's going to be empty. It's going to create an empty one. So mouse down. This is for... If current position does not equal my image's dot length. So this is supposed to be for... So let's restart this and let me show. I gotta... Why does it keep opening over here? Let me check a few things here. Because I need to check a few variables. So let me check. We have current position. The current position is at 0. Which, because we're on a 0 layer. My images there. So now if we hit new layer, current position is still 0. My images is that. Trying to think, because this is supposed to be like when it hits 20, because I'm going to say you can only allow 20 edits, because even in Photoshop you can only edit, so, or you can only go back so many times before it can't. So this isn't so much... I think it's the draw. They're saving. Let me see. Click, go forward. We gotta fix all that later. Scroll, left, right. Selected image. Okay. Selected. Update layers. Listener. Change layers. We have that. Update layout. Image change. Draw. Where's the draw? Here. So it gets CTX, and CTX is defined. Where is it defined? It's defined here. So I believe when we do new layers, we change CTX, I believe. Right? Because when we draw, what's up, Tier Gaming? How you doing? We're just working on a Chrome extension. So when we draw, it begins the path on the CTX and then it closes it. So begin path draw. At the bottom here, okay, so CTX is like this. Find X and Y. So CTX is the context. So we need to, I believe we change it though. Yeah, here. CTX, var CTX equals this. Image change, image path. CTX draw image on this. Source equal, first layer source. Wait, image change. First layer document 0, source equals image path. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. Let me check my email real quick. I gotta check my email. On a stream for like a few hours today because I really want to work on this. Because after a week of not working on it, it's like, damn, I don't want it to be a project I just drop. I really want to work on this again. I'm still trying to understand the code that I wrote, you know. So hold on, let me check something. So current, let me show the thing here. So current position is 0. If I click this, is 0. If I click this, is 0. But my images is still there. So what other variables are we? Also current position. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing alright. Could be better, but you know, I don't know. Selected layer. Selected layer is 2. So selected layer equals X. So if I change back to this, selected layer should be 1. Okay. So that also has to deal with part of this here. So let me look up selected layer. Change layers, console change layers equals this. Selected layer equals 1. Create canvas dot selected layer. That's for create, okay. But when we draw, find XY resolution. Var CTX equals image change. Is this? What's up, Pro of Drift? How you doing? ctx.drawImage. This draws the image on the new context. Do you see? Do I see what? You're good? Hey, that's good. Alright, so thanks, man. Yep, no problem. Okay, so we update the layout. Trying to think. Image change. Is this? So CTX does this. Is this? Hold on. Oh, you see me? Yeah, I mean, I see the messages you type. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta update the extension. There's errors. I'm getting errors. That's what I've been missing. What an honor. A. Pleasure's all mine. Alright, so look, when I hit this, hold on, I need to open up the canvas, or not the canvas, this. So when I hit new layer, I hit this. No, what is, I wish you 10K, man. Hey, thank you, appreciate it. 481. Where is 481? Change layers, which is right here. So what I think what we need to do is when we change layers, we need to change the context, the CTX here. Because the CTX here is based on the selected layer. Create. But create doesn't change the CTX. I will stay here too. Hey, that's what's up. Thank you, appreciate it. Create doesn't change the CTX because our CTX is originally, so hold on, I think we need to do something like this down here. So when we do change layers, I think we need to do this so that our CTX is in the correct canvas. What's up, Stefano? How you doing? I will tell my bros to subscribe to you. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. New subscribers now. That's what's up. Alright, so we take the screenshot and it opens in every window but the one that I want it to. Wait 1 minute. Hey. I hope they're real people. I don't want my account to be botted to 10K. Because then it's not very genuine. Alright, so let me see here. When we create new canvas, 1, if I change here, goes to 1. If I click this, it's selected layer 484. Okay, so if I draw, it draws on the first layer, 146. What is 146? Doing good, thanks, man. Hey, that's what's up. 146 is here. Current position. Why does it set current position to 0? current position plus 1 current position plus 1 equals body images outlines does not equal current position plus update layout. These I don't know. I don't think these should be here, because this is for so this is okay, hold on. Current position equals 0 when we hit create. Why is that? Current position -1. Create is this. But create shouldn't. But CT, when we change, hold on, I'm so confused now. We changed the layers, we changed the CTX to the new one, selected layer. We're drawing I'm so confused. Change layers, we update the canvas to the selected layer. Selected layer, the position I don't think matters, because create isn't doing drawing the image. CTX. So what is CTX here? Here it says canvas 2, canvas created, but it's not drawing on this canvas. So when we do, what's it, mouse up, selected layer, okay, so this makes sense. Selected layer would be 2. Draw image this, okay, onto selected layer 2. We're doing current position update layout, current position. Hey, Pro Drift, can you not spam the chat, please? Thank you. I mean, I'll refresh it. So when we okay, the stream's doing okay still. So I think current position, but when we draw, find X and Y up, flag equals down and out. If it equals move, it draws. So if it equals up, down equals previous, CTX begin path canvas, offset. Did we change the canvas up here? So when we create previous x, previous y, what is that set to? 0, 0, 0, 0. Current position is 0. Update layout. That's for the bottom down here. So that doesn't matter there. But when we do mouse up, we find but do we change to canvas? Canvas.selected layer. So then when I draw, how come when I draw, it goes on the first layer here? Can 1. Canvas, it says canvas 2 right here. I put in canvas 2. So let me try something here. So let me check this. So CTX is that canvas is this. If I hit new layer, CTX is this, canvas is this. Okay, so now we know canvas is set to 2 now. But for some reason when I draw, CTX, when I draw, is it cause, okay, let me check something. Is it cause of the positions here? So if I do, look at this, is it cause this one is over this one? Like that, because now this is over this one. So if that's the case, let me try drawing now. It isn't the case. But you don't see it. That's the thing. Or is it? No, you don't see it because it's doing canvas. Because canvas 2 is in the way. If I move canvas 2 underneath, canvas 1 has the drawing. Canvas 2 doesn't have anything. If I do, hold on, display none. Oh wait, that's for both of them. Alright, hold on. Display none. Oh, so it is on the drawing. It is on the drawing. Okay, so it's on the correct canvas. So we fixed that. It's just that this isn't updating. So we need to update, when we update this. So we gotta, let me check. What the hell is this called? Layer images. Let me see what's up, Blue Dragonfly? How you doing? So if length equals 1. So when we hit create, what is the length? Length equals 2. But But if the length is, hold on. If the length is 1, I get what it's doing here. Layer 0. Pretty good. What about you? I'm doing alright. So, layer 0. Selected layer will always be... What is it? So if I do current position, it's 3. If I change back to here, current position can be 3. What? So what is this 484? A selected layer. That's selected layer. So what do we need to change? We need to change this here. So I believe it's because of this right here. If I took this out, length, I think because it's not creating it yet. Because I don't believe it creates it. Because update, let me check update layout. Create image. But what updates this? This is layer images. Length +1. So x length +1, because would length be 0 to begin with? Let me check. So if I take a screenshot, if the length is 0 to begin with, then I know what I need to do. Nah, it's 1. So but if I hit new, it's 2. So when I draw, it's still 2. So if length equals 1, it's not this. Clearly, it's not this. I think it has to do with this. Let me take this out and check. What's up, Rachel Lee? How you doing? So let me check this. So if I hit new layer, I draw on it, it still draws on the wrong layer. Why does it do that? I took this out. Push to canvas, my images dot push. So what does my images consist of? It consists of 2 things here, which I don't understand because canvas is on the second one. Wait, no, so we know it draws to the correct one. It's not drawing to the correct one here. So what is this? It's drawing on the correct layer. Layers. This is what's changing here. Layer images. So let me check in the code for that. Layers. Layers. Mouse up. Find X and Y. I'm so baffled right now because I'm so confused. Like, this makes sense. So when it undoes find X and Y, when it stops drawing, it does update layout. But I think it has to do with this up here. Selected layer. Create selected layer. It draws on that. But it's saying instead of length, I think I should do selected layer. So selected layer equals 1. If length equals this. Well, wait, not always. Hold on. What does this do? Create. It automatically loads there. We already tested this. This doesn't do anything here. I don't understand. Why does it update this first one? Layers. We change the layers, so then we update the update layout is for the bottom. In which this doesn't do anything for here. Because it doesn't. This creates a whole table here. What? That makes no sense. fix that later, that error. I don't understand. Like, I sort of understand, but I don't. Current position equals 0. Is it because of the splice? If current position does not equal, this would be true technically. Because if current position is always 0, let me try taking this out. What is current position up here? -1. So -1 plus 1 would be 0. There, that wouldn't matter. So let's try updating this. So it draws normally, new layer. I draw, and it erases that layer. It still erases the layer. Why does it erase this? I don't understand. Image change, guide console, wait. These do nothing so far. So why does it erase layers 0, layer images? Oh wait, layer 1, layer 2. Let me look at that. Maybe what are those IDs? So creates the new layer, item, layer 1. Okay, so hold on. I think it has to do with the new layer thing here. Because this is layer 1, this is layer 2, but layers 0, layers 1, value 1, value 2. Layers. So we clone layer 1 and we create layer 2. Selected layer now equals 2. And then the value is 2. So we set the value to 2. So how do we how is it that this what is changing the source? Canvas image. This is for new layers. Canvas image should be empty, which is here. What is this? Resets, okay, we could continue saving. What is this? So look, so image, source, images, aha, here it is. This is what we're looking for. So load images here. I believe that is what, is that what this is? Or is that down at the bottom? Oh, that's down at the bottom. That's not what we need. We need the other source. Load images here. We're not. Hold on. Yeah, image change. Wait, get element ID by canvas. We don't have the element ID by canvas anymore. Here, so we gotta do plus selected layer. I don't know what this is supposed to be here. Because we don't have image. Oh, yeah, we do. Image path is here. First layer. Maybe we take this out. That makes sense. I don't know. So look, we say we draw on this canvas, new layer, draw on this canvas. It takes it out. It takes it out. Image, when do we call image change? When we hit go back. Alright, so clearly that's not there. But it's like as soon as we do this, what's up, Triple Tap? How you doing? It's like as soon as we do this, it runs something. So it seems to run a lot of this. So let me comment this and then see what it does. Because that should alright, hold on, I gotta check my email. Alright, hold on. Alright, so let's test this now. So where did we go? Here. Take the screenshot. So if I draw on this new layer, okay, so it doesn't draw. So something here is actually drawing, which I think it's this. Push my images, push to canvas URL. In which I think it's because of this. Let's update. I could have sworn I tested it with that though. So look, I hit new layer, I draw my images. Is it this? Let me try taking this out, but doing just this. So if I do this, no. It does this, in which my images dot push, in which but Canvas adds a listener to, hold on. So here's the canvases. Maybe if we do this, where we have this this z index -1, and we have this z index to 1. No. Move this up. Nope, it still doesn't work. So I don't know why it's doing this. Let me see. It's because of this, I believe. But my images, so let's look at this, because this is clearly having an issue here. So listen, my images, it has this. When I hit new layer, my images has that. If I draw, my images 146. My images changed to this, but why is, let me see what, hold on, I can see it right here. I don't think these are being pasted correctly. So layer is 0. I think I know. Okay, I know what the problem is now. I know what the problem is now. How do I just fix it? Let me just do source. That's for new image. That's for resetting, saving. My image is X. Load image is here. That makes sense, but hold on. Image is X. Image change. Oh, you know what we should do? So we should be doing this. So when we do, is it not create? on up, we should be doing this. Should do 4. Oh, we just do. We should do this where we get the source of our images here, and we set the source to this, and that, hold on. My image is push, we don't need that. But instead here, layers, because this is where layers is, we do this. So that way, because I believe that will make sense there. Let's try it out. Hold on, I got an email. Hold on, I got an email. I gotta check this. What? Hold on. Hold on, I gotta email someone real quick. Wait. Who? Hold on, I gotta check. Do, 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 do. I might have to stop streaming soon. Depends. Alright, let's just test this out. Let me just see. So look at this. I draw this. New layer. Draw that. Okay, so it shows up on the layer, but it doesn't paste. Layers 0 and then layers 1. So like, look at this. So layers 1 and this is layers 0. We set the image source, image source to my images.x. My images. Huh, interesting. So my images changes. I think it has to do with these. Those might have to be recoded because they shouldn't be erasing. So I draw here, look. Oh. It might be this one. One of these isn't working. Alright, so look at this. So if I draw now here, it updates there. New layer, draw in here. I definitely take this out. And let's try that. Because it shouldn't splice the... So look, I draw here, updates that. New layer. Is it update layout? Let me take this out, because this I think is also ruining it. Let me check this stuff. Because the way that we have this, we might have to recode the other parts. Which isn't that much of an issue. So look, I draw on here. What is going on here? Alright, so let me try this. So if I draw, it's behind, but this doesn't, some of these don't make sense here. So this, let me just take this out, and well, update layout's already there. Let me check something. So let me clear this, update it again. So look, if I do this, let me just check something real quick in the code, or not the code, the console. Let me check what my images is set to. We have that. When I do this, we still have that. When I hit new layer, we still have that. Oh wait, it's now a PNG. So when we draw, it converts it into a PNG. Okay. If I draw in here, these are now the same. So is it because it's shifting it? This should be true. I honestly think it's... Current position is 1. Wait. 152.0.1. Current position. My image is X. 0 and 1. My image is dot length. Is 2. So it's going 0, 1, but it's less than. Let me try this. So let me try this. So we take the screenshot. We say we start drawing. Okay, it's not updating it. Why doesn't it update? It can't be because of this. Oh wait, hold on. It was giving an error. I wasn't noticing that error. So look, when I was drawing, it says images cannot set properties of source here. So my images.length cannot set property of source. Var images get element by layers ID. So let me check something real quick. Layers 0. My images is 2. Why? How's it 2? Now it's 3. So this is, we're doing this the wrong way. We shouldn't be doing my images. We should be doing layer selected. I'm not exactly sure. There could be a better, I know a way that we could do this, but I'm not exactly sure right now, because I don't know if I want to do it that way or if there would be a better way. Let me think. Because this, we want to set this to the, let me try this. Hold on. Well, we just need to run this once, technically, because we want this to be on the layer selected. So when we do this, we want to do layer select. Is it selected layer like that? Let me try that. Because the length would be, that might make sense. Because that for loop would have messed things up. So if I do this, cannot set property of null. Select, but layer selected, or selected layer. Oh, okay, so it'd have to be, alright, now let's try it. What? Images.length. Okay, okay. New layer. Huh. But I think we're on to something here. Because I don't think canvas... Well, wait, we know it's on the correct canvas because of this down here. So we are onto something. But I think we are on now the selected layer. Which, okay, so let me check this now. So let me check selected layer. What? Selected. We're on 2. Selected layer is 2, so that would be 1. Layers 1. My images dot length. Let's see what that's at. So that's at 3. So when we want to reference the last one, we put 2 because it's -1. What the hell is for current position though? Current position is at 2. Oh, current position in our... Okay, that makes sense. Let me try doing this. I don't think canvas is correct here. Push... Oh wait, no, it is correct because down here. This still isn't correct over here. Which is it? Update layout? Update layout I think is correct. It just has some issues going. Cannot get context. Can plus selected layer. Plus selected layer is 2. I'm not exactly sure. Because selected layer is 1. Image change and then selected images. What is the deal with this? So, but if I update this, it updates the current one. And then if I update this, it updates the first one. Does it have to do with this? This is the original image, no. This copies the layer, clone it, and then we change the elements. Selected layer equals X, create. So we create it. So when we hit create, but the first image though should be but wait, we know, cause look, so when we do this, it does do it. Because look at this. This is the first layer, or the second layer. This is the first layer. But how does it? Hold on, I gotta check something. So these are different, right? So they are different. But when I draw, they both get affected. As if there's a loop. So now we know it's from a loop. So we're looking for a loop here. It's not here because we took them out. I was playing Geometry Dash and got a 73% on Deadlocked. Hey, that's good. I think. I've never played Geometry Dash. Selected. This is not the loop we're looking for. This. Okay, so we're looking for a loop. It's not this. It's not this. Layer images. Let me see. Is that, yeah, layer images, class name. We add event listener, change layers. Change layers. Oh, okay, so I think I get what's going on here. So they both elements in the, okay, so both elements have the same function for change layers. So when one of them changes, they're all going to change. So we gotta change that. Because selected layer equals this attribute value. When we change layers, we update images, we add event listeners. So when so let me try and think. We create a new layer, it creates the listeners, and both listeners are, or the function is for both of them. This might be where it is, but that makes sense right here. Let me see if there's anything else. Update layout, this should stay as it is. So I think this is the issue here. So each function is getting its own. Let me, hold on. I think we did something like this. So add listener, for each we add a listener. So we create, for each we add the listener. On index, on click function. So let me try. Let me try that instead. Let me put this in a different window here. So we basically need to replicate this. So we do this instead. Colors for each. What do we have at the... We have this. So for each, I assume this is an array? It is. So get elements by class name. Elements 2, I assume, is an array. So if we go to here, elements 2, it is an array of elements here. So we need to create an array. Hold on, just we have the array. We need to do this then. We need to do for each. So we do elements 2 dot for each. We do add listener. So we're going to do function change layers. And then function change layers, so we need to do function change layers. So let me show this. So because it's what we're changing. So we're changing it to look like the other one. And then we need to do when each one's clicked on. So it would be the IDs would be layers 0 and layers 1. So how do I know? Layer 0, layers 1. Do layers plus, I think we could do this in here. So then we do this on click. Then when we do this, we're going to do this here. I think we're going to change it to this in our code so that way it will work. Let me bring this back over. We're going to update it to this, and let's try that. So look, let me try this. If I draw, it draws on here, new layer. For each is not a function. For each is not a function. This is, so these are, oh, we need to append. So var colors is an array. Let me see something. let's see what this says here. You can convert it, you can do this. So I can do, take this and do array.from and then do this for each and do this. So let's try that. I draw, it works. New layer. Draw. It didn't update this. That's good, that's good. This, I think we could close. What are we looking at now? Cannot set property value images.length. Let me see what it's doing here. My images. Well, the length is 3. Selected, wait, what is selected layer? Or is it layer selected? Wait, selected layer is undefined. Interesting. Maybe I can do this. Oh, I should have checked what the ID was for the layer, because if it was... Alright, let's try this. Drawing works. New layer, draw. It doesn't work. Let me see what the layer is. Selected layer equals this, the attribute dot value. That means selected layer equals undefined. There must be a better way to check what layer we're on, because when we do selected layer, it doesn't get which layer we're on. We can probably, though, get it easily. Where we can look for, I know we have it in here somewhere. We look for which one is selected. Do we not? Hold on. Yeah, here. If layer has class here. So we do it like this. Selected 2. So when we do change layers, we're gonna actually just do this instead. And I believe, is it selected 2 that they get? Yes, selected 2. So in our code, if it has, we're gonna do selected layer equals Z, then we do break. So that way we get our selected layer that way. And then that should work technically. Wait, selected to dot length. Why is it dot length? Zero. No, it shouldn't be that. It should be the layer images. So we have layer images. So we're gonna have this dot length, right? I do this dot length 2. So we should do this dot length. So then if layers 2, is that what we're looking for? If layers I think this is what we need. And then we gotta fix the other things. But we're probably gonna do that later today. Because I think, I don't know. Been streaming for almost 2 hours so far. So let's try this. Look. Finally. I draw. New layer. I draw. And it goes on that layer. It's the wrong one. Z selected layer equals Z. Z equals 0. Oh wait, maybe because it's backwards. So let me check selected layer. It might be because selected layer equals 1. I think it's because this would be 2, right? Layers 2. This loop is wrong. Hold on. If layers 0, Z. Layers 0 would be the top one. If it has it, let me just run this. 1. If I click this, what? It wouldn't let me click it. I think that's one of the issues that I'm having here. If I run this, it runs at 0. I draw. What? What the hell? Hold on. So I do this, and I draw. New layer. And I draw. It updates the wrong one. Why? Why does it update the wrong one? Selected layer is this. Is 1. Layers 1 on click. So this might have to be a loop. Because look at this. If we do this, we could do this. Hold on. Instead, we could do this. If it has the class, we set selected 0 to Z, but we set this to Z instead. So each one has a click, an on-click function. So when we click on it, we set the selected, we set it to this. Let me try that. This algorithm might not make sense, and I don't think it does, but it might work. If it works, then I'll be excited. I somewhat sort of don't understand it, but okay. New layer. Draw. Can I click on it though? I can't click on it. Is because Z. Unclick. We set selected layer to Z. Oh, okay. Hold on. What did we have before? It was like this dot value. I think it was like this dot attribute value, like that. So it does recognize that it's changing, but it doesn't actually change the layer here. So look, we need to do this here, down here. So when we change layers and we click on it, we need to set selected to remove selected to, and then we set this selected, this one selected, I guess this dot add class selected to. So look, okay, so I draw there. It doesn't show up on the hold on. So look, when I draw on here, oh, it does show up, but when I hit new layer, it still changes to that one, but this knows the difference. Why is this starting at 0? Oh wait, let me try this, hold on. Let me check something here. So look, I draw this, new layer, I draw this. I think it's because of the -1 that I have up here. Let me check, because my images, the first one's still JPEG, PNG, which is number 2. My images dot length. If I do this dot length, it goes to 3. It has to be, wait, selected layer is 1. I think, does this change selected layer? Let me try this. I think that was it, because otherwise it doesn't make sense otherwise. So I draw here, cannot set property source of null. What is selected layer? We'll just change this to 0 then, to fit the rest of what's going on. Because otherwise if I don't do 0, I don't think I'll understand it. Nope, it's gotta be 1. Okay, so that means that has to be -1. So wait, when we change layers, are we changing... Oh, okay. This makes sense now. Look, so we can't change selected layer based off this. Selected layer has to be this attribute.value. Let me check. What is the selected layer now? Selected layer is 1. It can't be 1. Selected layer has to be 2. This attribute.value let me do this, hold on. Because, what's up, Nam? How you doing? We're creating a Chrome extension. And we're trying to figure out how to do layers. So, if I hit new layer, we get 2. We get 2. If I draw on this, 152 gives us 0. Current position, 0. Yeah, that makes sense. But selected layer, console.log selected layer. Wait a second. This is 1, this is 2. Layers goes by 0. Right? Layers goes by 0, I believe. Wait a second. Layers goes by 0. So that might have to change because 0 selected layer is 2. Wait, 2 minus 1 is 1. Hold on, we're gonna have to update this and test it again because something is wrong with it. I don't understand. So, like, look at this. We take this. So we take this, our console says this, we hit new layer, it says 2. At line 92, our selected layer is 2. I changed to this, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay. Now if I draw on the selected layer, $144 gives 1. Why? It gives 1. What changes selected layer? Let me just try this. Hold on. And then I think this might have to be. Why don't I just make everything the same? Why is this layers 0? Why is this layers 0, layer 1? Let's just change this to layers 1 and change everything in here from layers 1, because then it'll be layers 2. This can stay as it is. Z, so this has to be like this. That has to be +1. This can stay as that. This has to be +1. This has to be layers 1. Well, let's try this. It would be so much easier to do it this way, because then it'll make more sense than switching between zeros and ones. Because arrays, so if I draw, selected layer should be, let's take that out, because I think that's messing it up. If I draw, it draws new layer, draw. Okay, so wait a second. It does draw, but it doesn't, it updates the first one. We need to fix that. But if I change to this and draw here, it updates back to normal. Trying to think, how does this work with the canvas? Because if I click here and draw, if I click here and draw, it's updating this, but we don't want it to. We're getting closer to fixing what we need here. This is layers 1. So let's clear this. Let's see, selected layer is 2. Current position is 5. Current position's all messed up. Okay. So when we current selected layer is 2, layers 2, my images dot length, that makes sense, okay? But it's also updating this first one, in which we don't need it to. Which I think it's because of this. Which is 2. If it equals 2, what else has layers 1 in it? Update layout, layers 1, first layer dot source, images dot x. What is x? Oh, okay. So this is what's updating it. I thought, okay, so we need to do, we don't even need to do this, I don't think. I think that would solve everything. Because that's updating the first layer each time. So look at this. If I draw on here, new layer, I draw. New layer, I draw. What? We did it. We made layers. You can make layers. You can make layers. Look at that. These aren't really, you can't really see it because it's, why is it, what the heck happened here? I think it broke. That thing broke. We gotta, so this we could delete. We made layers. You can make layers now. Oh my goodness. When we change the layers, we need to remove class. And then, wait, let's do, and then this add class selected to. Let's do if dot selected to dot length equals 0. Do this. Else we'll do that, but we also want to ensure that it gets removed. So I think we could take that out. So like that. We could take these out. Oh, not that. We need that. So like that. Let me just. Hold on. Let me check something. I think this is. Ooh, no, it's 3100. Okay. Alright, so what are we doing? Oh, we're gonna check if that works now. So when you create more than one layer, then you'll know, like, did it take the screenshot? No. There it goes. So look, create. Oh, so it's when we create, okay. So we need to do this basically. So when we create a layer, I thought we had that. Create layer, is it here? Yeah, new layers. Yeah, it's selected to dot length. Do I not do +1? Let me not do +1. I think the +1 is messing it up. Nope. Layers. If layer Z has the class, remove the class. If, okay, so then if we do it like this, does it keep opening in this window? So look, if we create a new layer, it updates that as it should. Selected 2.length plus 1. Oh, hold on a second. That doesn't make sense. We gotta do it based on this right here. Because that doesn't make sense. Because that was doing, it just didn't make sense. I'll just leave it at that. So look, create new layer, create new layer. We draw, say we draw. I'm so excited it works. Go back doesn't actually do anything yet because we need to fix it. So image change, let's fix this now. Image change cannot get context of null. Let's see why. Image changes here. We get selected layer, which is 1. Let me think. I know what we need to do. We need to do this. So we need to do var events equals this. So that way, when we draw, we create events called draw. So let me show this here. So when we create, that's not there. Where's draw? Here. We're gonna do events.append it's push, not append. Push, and then we're gonna do draw. So then when we do new layer, we're gonna do this. So because we're gonna do with layer, right? Layer or layers. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna do it with like layer or layers. We could just do L1. Let's just do layers. So we're gonna do events dot push, and then we're gonna do layers, and then we're gonna do plus X. So that way, when we do the go back method, we're gonna change it up, because we're gonna also have to do events for like when we change the color, or not the color. The drawing makes sense, but I don't know. I don't know. But but wait, when we draw, think about this for a second. When we draw, we need to make sure we change some of the other things too, because we draw on the current selected one. We could have it so each one has their own history. Would that be too much though? It shouldn't be. No. Fuck this events thing. We're gonna do this here. So when we do this is gonna be for main layer. When we create a layer, I believe this can be set back to normal now. Believe this could be set back to normal. Let me just double check. Events is not. Alright, hold on. We're gonna make it so each layer has their own separate history. So let me just double check this still works. I draw, new layer, I draw, what? Oh, it has to do with one of these things here. Hold on. You need a girlfriend? Me too. I need one too. But, you know. Where's the... It's here. So, splice, I think these we don't need. But this is for my images. So we're gonna change the layout a bit. Hold on. We're gonna keep this as it is, but when we create a new when we create a new layer, is this it? New layers? Yeah, we're gonna create a new layer. We're gonna create a new array in which is there a way, can this array be, this array couldn't be public though, or global. It can only be global if you pass it around, which we kind of don't want, do we? How many layers do we want to limit the layers? I don't know. Let me just check something. So we could do create. Hold on, let me check something. Oh, an array of arrays would just be multi-dimensional. I'm trying to think, if we convert, can we... I want to set it so JavaScript variables can be objects. Arrays are a special kind of object. Well, that makes sense, but I also want it to be like different. Says, do you still want the array to be, otherwise you have to assign it to, it will make, assigning it to the window object will make it globally available. Do you want the array to be an object of data? I'm trying to think, because if we can, if the value of, then you access it like this. Okay, so I think we could do it like this. So we can create an array, I think, through like this. Layer, and then I would do X, and then we do equals new array. So I think that would work. So that way we would create a history thing for each one. But the thing is, can we access it? It says it can be accessed globally. So look, I hit new layer. This should be called layer 1. Or maybe it's layer 0. There's an array called layer 2. Okay, so if I do layer 2, it's an array, which is from here. When we create history on that, we want it to be update down below. So sort of like, so instead of this, we're gonna do this. We're gonna change. Okay, hold on. Var layer 1. Hold on, I got an email. What? All right. So, I'm just checking some things. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Var layer 1 equals this. We need to change all this. This we don't even need. Do we? Get item. So what did we change it to? We changed it to layer 1. Do we need to change it to layers? No, layer 1 is good. Is this even necessary? Hold on. So layer 1, and then we need to change my images to layer 1. We push that to layer 1. Hold on. Who is this person? Alright, so we need to change all this to this. But how do we need to change, let the code know which layer it's selected on. Maybe we can do this. This is gonna end up being a multi-dimensional array. But is there a way we can avoid it? So the way we dynamically selected it, would we be able to do how do I hold on, if I do this window and I do layer, oh wait, this is the wrong one. That's that. But the original one is my images like that. So this is how we can switch between arrays. So when we have selected a layer here, we can do this. Current array. We do this. We do this here. We can do var current array equals window, and then we do this. We're gonna do layers or layer plus selected layer. So our current array is this. That means wherever my images is, this is gonna change this here. What is this? Reset? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I think now that would work because we just have to change this when we select a layer. So let me go to create layer. We do this. We also do this, in which we do right there. And then when we change layers here, we need to do this here. So I believe this will work. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, this is only the test though. So what is the current array is this? If I hit new layer, current array is empty, meaning I can draw current array equals 2. We're gonna change that though. Thanks. Support. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. We're gonna stream later probably, but what we're doing is it's working. It's working. It's working. Oh my gosh, it's working. Each layer, get this, each layer will have its own history. Think about that. Each layer will have its own history. That's pretty cool, because it's too much to handle with the history for, and it's not even a multi-dimensional array. You just use the window to select which array. That's something new I learned. There might be, you can dynamically change arrays just by doing window. To show which one's selected. Whereas with the multi-dimensional array, yo, that's so cool. Alright, well that's it gonna be the stream for today. I might stream later or not, I don't know. Thanks for watching and stopping by. Catch you all in the next one.